boost and think that yes, we could have errors in the defense because we allowed those 2 goals. But at the end of the day, we had more scorers in our team, which made it easy for us to have the 3 points.
What areas do you think then we need to work on? I know that you've spoken about the defense, and it's a short space. We know that tomorrow the boys will be in action again.
Yes, we already know that we don't have Frank, who has been injured. So the defense, I think the coach had to improvise that on the short notice. So the issue that the main concern is the defense, which we have been talking about, and we're also talking about recovery. We don't know how much they have recovered because it's in the short space of time. So if they recover very well, that means they're going to play the next game with the full energy.
Let's talk about some of the areas that impressed you, and as far as the game is concerned, obviously the goals are always the highlight, but coordination also plays a key role in looking at how the team has been gelling, and I think that was a concern for some time now. Do we see a solidified team going forward?
We see a solidified team, but we are still playing a football which is not very much possessive because we are failing to maybe, let's say, push for at least 10 passes without our opponents touching the ball. If we reach those levels, that means we're going to talk about true cohesion. But at the moment, if you look at the game, when you watch it, you find that most of the time it's about 2-3 passes, then we lose the ball. But at the end of the day, it's building slowly, and I know that the coach is on top of it, and we just hope that this is the first time Zambia should qualify. Zambia men's team should qualify to the World Cup.
I know there was a lot of talk also around the goalkeeping area, and we do know that there's some injuries, obviously, that led to the choice of goalkeeper. But what were your thoughts on his performance in particular, and what areas we can tighten in as far as the goalkeeping area is concerned?
The goalkeeping, I think for the Telenco bench to arrive at the Masa, it is an issue to do with maybe he was the only best option that we have as a nation at the moment. Remember that our league, most of the goalkeepers are foreign based, so it's very difficult to get from the pool of goalkeepers that we have. So on the part of Lawrence, I do not know why they didn't choose Lawrence. I don't know the reasons behind it, but I think the goalkeeping coach, who is Davis, and the senior coach, who is Abraham Grant, they discussed and they found a solution. I hope now, when you look at Team Mansa doesn't have a lot of experience. So the issue that was there was just a little bit of miscommunications, which led to those goals that we considered.
Let's talk about the strikers. The result just says a lot. 4 goals. For some time, people say Zambia didn't have strikers, but now we see that the boys are standing and rising to the occasion. Let's talk about that department.
Yes, I think basically we have strikers now because of the kind of training I think the coach has been giving the team. If you remember the first game that the coach, when he just arrived in Zambia, Fashion Sakara had a lot of selfishness. But now Fashion Sakara has changed and he has done a lot of it by crossing the ball inside the penalty area. He's not shooting direct on the goal, unless he's very sure that he's going to either get a goal or get a bounce. So at the end of the day, we see that there's what is called mentality change. So when you have got a good mentality in the team, even in the striking force, you can notice that we have got strikers.
What mentality then should Zambia go into? I know that Niger has come from a loss,
yes,
and Zambia has come with confidence boost in as far as the game that is coming tomorrow. Do you think we stand a fair chance of taking the day?
We stand a fair chance of taking the day as long as we don't relax. We should treat it as if we never won any game, because we shouldn't take it for granted that because Niger lost, then their confidence is low. There are some people after losing, that's when they gain more confidence. So I just hope that we are going to do our best. Scoring early the way Patson Daka did is one of the best options to terrorize your opponents or to defeat your opponents. So if the person that is also going to come up with those early shots on goal and is going to be given that chance, then that will be the best for us so that we can take the day, because these 2 games are very vital to the coming games that we are going to have in January.
And for soccer lovers, obviously they want to know what sort of a team is Niger, where are their strengths in terms of physique? Do they outweigh Zambia as far as height is concerned and as far as speed is concerned? What sort of opponent are Zambia going to be facing in Marrakesh tomorrow?
Okay, previously, when we look at Niger, they are a fast team that wants to possess the ball and run with it. But like this last game, we didn't watch it because I think it has not been televised a lot. I don't know what has happened to the agreement between CAF and SuperSport. We didn't watch we haven't watched these games, so it's very difficult now because what the current coach is using on his philosophy, so that we can see where the weaknesses are. But I just hope that whether they are good or not,